Hey, I want to build a 2 foot by 4 foot workbench for a Christmas present for my son, and later on I'm going to try to build a dollhouse out of some plywood I have left over. Let's see what we can do here. I think it's going to take roughly 6 to 8 2x4s to build. I'm going to use some pegboard on the back, and that's actually what's the 2 foot by 4 foot. The bench itself, the back will be 4 foot tall, so it can set up against the wall nice. He can hang all of his little play tools on it, and the front legs will be about 2 foot. And I think I want the top surface, the actual bench surface, I'm just going to use 2x4s across the top, so it'll be nice and sturdy. He's 2, he's reckless. His sister's just about as dangerous as he is. She's 4, but we're gonna try to get this thing built today. It's a little cold today. Ain't too awful bad, but let's see what we can do. I'm gonna go and start my generator. It's from Northern Tool, Northern Hydraulic. It's been a pretty good generator so far. It's the Power Horse 7000. It's been really good so far. Has plenty of 120s. It's got one place for a 240. I'd like to eventually wire up my panel to take this bad boy so I can run some power instead of having drop cords everywhere. But let's see how she does. I tried to get everything set up before I come out here. Let's see what kind of picture you guys have here. Alright, let's see. Not too bad. I hadn't started it in a while. Let's see here. Playing musical camera here. I gotta move this thing everywhere. Let's see. That should be pretty good for you. There we go. I'll bring you guys back once I get everything cut, and I'll go over that once I get everything cut. Alright, I think I got everything cut now. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right here, but I'm gonna move the camera in just a second. I just gotta get all my stuff situated. So I think I decided on the top being 14 inches wide, which would be 4 2x4 widths. So I cut down 2 12.5 inch pieces to go on the bottom and on the top, and I just need to measure on the 4-foot slat to see, or the 4-foot 2x4 to get about the halfway mark, which I'm gonna have to go down 2 foot and 1.5 inches. That way the 2x4 will set down. Actually, it'll be 3 inches after you add here, let me show you. After you add the top plate here for the bench top, and then once you add the that on there like that, that's gonna wind up being 3 inches thick right there. Which, don't mind my mess. My shed is an absolute wreck. But there's the pegboard. It's 2 foot wide, 4 foot long. I hope. I haven't measured it. I got it from Home Depot, so hopefully the tag on there was right. I have ran into problems with that at different places before. I don't have a table saw, and my workbench is that, and it's not the best clamping bench in the world. It does its job, but it ain't perfect. Yeah, this is the old shed here. There's all my my military stuff there, camping stuff. That's an old bed. Here's all my, that's all my gardening stuff and the seat cushions. But right here's all my duck decoys for duck hunting. Up there's some duck blind. Up there's just some trim I stuck in a vinyl siding box. Yeah, duck blinds, some rope, tarps, more duck hunting stuff. I have no idea what's in that bag, just junk. Paint and some stain. Yeah, that's about it in here. The nails and screws, and that's a piece of a treadmill right there. Oh, that's what this is. That's wiring out of a treadmill. I have a treadmill motor that I took out, and I got the rollers here, and I am going to, I want to try to do a like a wind turbine for charging batteries and stuff. Just a marine deep cycle 12-volt battery. I just gotta find some parts to make the blades. But anyway, getting off topic. Let's get back out here and work on this bench. Alright, I decided to move in here on the shed floor, so I got a nice flat work area. It's a lot colder in here though. So let's see here. So these will be the front legs here. Let's see. Let me scoot back so y'all can see a little bit better. Front legs here. This is the back leg here. And here's the 12.5 inch pieces. So, and instead of measuring everything, let me go get my pencil. I had to buy some countersinks I might have to use them. I'm not sure. I'm going to pre-drill and see how everything comes together. And if things don't come together well, I'll as far as these are actually deck screws, and the back of the head has little notches on it to they advertise it that it countersinks itself, but I don't really want to split a lot of this and waste a lot of wood. I just want to try to do this as cheap as possible. Let's see here. It's just Deckmate screws that I'm going to be using. I like those because they got the star head and they don't strip out. Let's see here. Alright, I'm going to run a screw in. They're just 3-inch deck screws. Let's see how it does here. Not too bad. But I do think it's going to be worth maybe countersinking just to make sure I don't want to get 3 screws in here and then the 4th one split. You know, that's usually how that's how my look goes. Let's see here, what size bit am I using? Once I get the screws ran in, I'll back that screw out over here, and let's see. I can't see if we can yet. All right, let's see if that's any better. A little bit. Slick as snot. I like those. Oh, let's back this one up. Those heads do countersink fairly well, but I mean, for an actual countersink bit, if I got it, I might as well use it. You know what I mean? Twist on it a little bit. Uh-oh. Clean that up on my sand. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna get this here all screwed together, and then maybe I'll do some like overall dimensions, and once I get everything together, and we'll see how it goes from there. Thanks. Alright guys, about done now. I got the bench top on. I got just a little storage area down here. Put this top plate on to tie it all together. This really wasn't I didn't have to do this, but I just wanted to really stiffen up the pegboard. I mean, you know how kids can be rough on stuff. I do need to put 2 more holes back here to tie this all together. I am very, very happy with my rigid tools here. They've really done a great job through this and through many other projects that I've done here recently. But countersinks worked really well also with really keeping the head of the screw from splitting the wood when you try to sink it in a little more. On most of the major connecting parts, I've used the 3-inch screws. On all of the like the workbench top and the little shelf top down here, I've only used I believe they're like 1.25 inches or so. But now all I need to do is put the pegboard on the front there, and I got some 1/4 inch washers here. I'm just going to use some drywall screws. I'm just going to use some drywall screws. I think that's what it was, 1.25 inch washers. Hopefully that'll work just fine. I think it will. That'll just give it some surface area. think I'm gonna go with the white side. Let's see. All right. I don't know if I should pre-drill these or not, so let's just see. Nah, it works just fine. That way it wouldn't have much bow in it, but yeah, that's good and sturdy right there. That shouldn't go anywhere. All right. All right, I think that's about it, guys. I'm gonna try my best to do some good editing, at least on this video. Let's see, I'll turn it so we can get a better picture in the light. I don't have any power in my shed, so it's hard to make any videos in there, but that's all right. There it is. I don't know if you guys would like any measurements or not. Let's see here real quick. Like I said, the top of the bench is it's 4 foot across. 4 foot. So I used 2 full 2x4s for the top here. I got 4 foot up here on the top just for additional bracing, and down here I have 3. Let's see here. I have 3 down here. So there's 1 full 2x4, and then you got 1, 2. So that's 1 full 2x4. So just with the 4 foot tops, there's 2 up here. There's 1 right here, and then 1, 2. So there's 3. As far as the legs go, it actually worked out fairly well because oh, knocked my coffee over. But it worked out fairly well because I actually sorry, I spilled my coffee. With the front legs, you know, I can't even remember what I said they were. I think they were like 22 inches or so. So I had a full 48 inches for that centerpiece right here. Where is it? There it is. Then right here is a leg, the 2 4 foot legs. So I mean, everything worked out really nice. I think this is the only scrap that I had left. Right there. That's the only scrap I had left over. I did have an additional 2x4x8 that I had left over, but you know, it is nice just to have an additional 2x4 laying around. You never know. If they call for a big snow, I'll come down here and I'll brace up the center of my shed with a 2x4. I got like a little attic space up there and a little attic space back here, a little loft. I guess you'd call it a loft. But so far so good. I'm really hoping that my kid will like his bench. And here's some of the plywood right here that I have left over underneath the 2x4 and underneath the wagon, that I'm going to use for the dollhouse. I probably should measure some of that stuff while I'm down here. That way I can get an idea of just exactly what I'm wanting to do. There's all my mess back there behind me. But I think I'm about done to wrap this up now. I need to move some stuff around and try to hide this bench until Christmas. I don't know how well that's gonna work, because I usually park my lawnmower in the shed and the kids will come down and get on the train, so hopefully they don't see it. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.